actually. Let me...
Oh, the TV's...
Yeah.
Oh, there's my phone.
You found your phone.
It's over there.
Okay, I'm just going to power that off then.
There you
Okay, so I'd seen this movie before. I think I reviewed it on my Hockey Guy channel at one point, actually. Because I think it was a blogging channel at that point. Don't Breathe. One of my favorite movies. What did you think?
That was frightening. That was kind of creepy.
Told you it's like 60 minutes of sheer terror.
Yeah.
It's a nice setup, and then there's just sheer terror from there. And Stephen Lang is the blind veteran who is in the process of getting robbed, and he's terrifying.
Good. As we start doing a video, and I just start yawning.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yep. And it's only 10:30.
I know.
So I started this up because the Vegas Anaheim game was really boring. Holy crap, was it boring! I was like, nothing's happening. The nothing's gonna happen. And just as an update, yeah, Vegas lost 2-0. So nothing happened.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing happened. It was just a really slow, boring game. So I thought, well, she hasn't seen.
Sorry, I told you as soon as we started doing the
Then I
video.
start doing it, and then we both look like we're dead.
I know.
All right. But I thought, you know what, she hasn't seen Don't Breathe, and I thought she might actually like this one, because it's not a horror movie, it's a thriller.
Right. I'm not so much the horror.
And Fede Alvarez, who directed The Evil Dead from 2013, returns in this one with Jane Levy, who is fantastic. Fantastic. It was funny too, because this was before we met, so it's okay.
Right.
I had a crush on her after Evil Dead, and then after this movie, I'm like, and I'm in love.
Of course,
She is just awesome. She can go from damsel in distress to kick-ass in 3 seconds. It's really, really fast. She does it in both movies, and it had me kind of wondering, like, did Fede Alvarez really like her? Because she's really built up in both movies to be quite the badass. Like, if they rebooted Alien, she could pull off Ripley, as far as I'm concerned. She could absolutely do it. She doesn't have a chest either, like Sigourney Weaver.
Right.
So, you know, right there. But it doesn't matter, because she's Jane Levy.
Right.
So.
There you
go. I would say this. See, to me, and this is the funny thing, to me, Evil Dead is a better movie than that one, and yet I have a feeling you probably preferred this one to the Evil Dead we watched.
Yeah. Yeah. Evil Dead's quite gory. That one was quite gory. This one I only had to turn away from the screen a few times.
True. And the one time was because you were terrified.
Yeah, well, I was afraid something gross was going to happen.
And it did.
Right, so I was justified.
Don't Breathe if you haven't seen it. It's not a movie with a large body count. It's I
don't know what it is. Something. Okay. I'm good.
It's
I'm fine.
It's a movie that relies on just the fact that these are 3 people who decide because they're stupid that they're going to rob somebody. Oh, a lot of money. It's $300,000. It's a lot of money. But the fact that he's the only inhabitant within 4 blocks of that house doesn't make them think twice about it.
Right.
And that he's a vet. He's a war vet.
Right.
And he lost his eyesight in Iraq. And his daughter's passed away. And it never seems to enter into their minds that
he might be a Looney Tooney.
Maybe he's a little bit crazy from living out there by himself in the boonies like that. Maybe we shouldn't try to take his stuff. And they learn that they shouldn't take his stuff. Isn't that right, Pixel? The Pixel's been sitting here the whole time, being a good cat. Even though Bear's been sleeping on us for most of the last couple hours. And Shadow kept trying to come across, but Pixel really doesn't like that idea, so I've been blocking Shadow from doing it. But, okay, so the only character I could have done without is Rocky's boyfriend. The one thing that bothers me in this movie, and it's a small quibble, is that even while Jane Levy's playing a character who's got tattoos and she's kind of down and out, I never bought that guy being her boyfriend.
Right.
Not for a second. They never kiss in the movie. There's never any affection in the movie. But that's her boyfriend. And basically he's Kevin Federline. The way he acts is Kevin Federline. Even with the braids down the head.
Yeah, the braids.
You know who K-Fed is, right? Britney Spears' ex-husband.
That's all I know of him.
Yeah. No, he was kind of trash. He actually wrestled at one point. He wrestled once. Yeah, it was really sad and stupid.
Weird. Okay.
Weird's not the word for it.
Does
but
he do
it was
other
stupid.
stuff? Does he do music or an actor?
He tried music. It flopped miserably. He was a rapper because he thought he could be a good rap star. I understand he could even rhyme words that didn't rhyme.
I was actually just thinking that. So.
But these legends in their own mind kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, the boyfriend reminded me of him, and I didn't buy them as a couple. To me, it seemed like she would have been attracted to the other guy because he's a nice guy.
Right.
And she has a little girl, and she sees that her mother in the movie has a prick for a boyfriend. So the idea is she'd pick a... I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens where girls don't learn the lessons of their mother and they repeat them. But I always thought, she would have been attracted to the other guy. Not that she ever comes to his defense when the boyfriend's, ripping on him. So, she's not an angel in this movie. Nobody is.
Right.
It's a movie that's kind of without a protagonist when you really look at it. Like, you're kind of pulling for people who are committing a home invasion. And it kind of hits you like, I don't think that's who we should be pulling for. But, there isn't really anybody else to pull for in this movie.
Right.
So, it's... Between this one and Evil Dead, another thing it has in common is it's got a very small cast.
Yeah.
And it isolates a small group of people, and then horrible things happen. So, if we were going to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate it?
Goodness, I'm horrible.
Don't say 6.
I'm horrible at rating movies.
You're not saying
Shannon.
6. 6 is not right.
Okay, not 6. I rate it not 6. I'm bad at rating movies.
Okay, well, I'll go first.
Don't cry,
9.
Shannon, it's okay.
I'm yawning
It's
because
okay,
somebody next to me is yawning.
Don't cry.
Surprised the cats haven't
Don't
started.
cry, it's alright.
I just love Jane Levy so much.
No, I know.
She's such a good actress. She's a good-looking actress, too, and she doesn't, do sleazy roles, either. So, that's good. At least not that I know of.
Did you just roll your eyes at me yawning?
Nope.
You're such a brat.
Never. Nope.
You did. It's probably on tape, too. We can rewind it here and...
And I'm gonna do it.
Shannon, why are you yawning? Stop it.
And then, yeah.
It's very unprofessional.
You need to see Suburgatory, too.
Don't cry.
Stop it. You need to see Suburgatory,
Shannon,
too, because it's a good series.
It's okay.
Would you stop? Just stop. We're having a serious moment here.
Us have a serious moment.
Reviewing a movie where people have died.
I know. It's okay. It's okay.
And Jane Levy was in tremendous peril throughout this movie.
I know. So don't cry. It's okay.
And she was blonde, which doesn't look great.
It's okay.
She's supposed to be a redhead, or she's supposed to have black hair. Like in Evil Dead, she had black hair, and that was fantastic.
You're such a boy.
Like Emma Stone in Zombieland, she's got black hair too. Or at least dark hair. It works. I think a redhead can go darker, but going blonde doesn't look great because it makes them look more pale. And it just doesn't. It doesn't work.
Problem of looking pale.
Yeah, but you're not a redhead.
No, I'm a blonde.
I know. It's natural. I've checked.
You've checked. How do you check?
I asked your mom.
Yes, my mom. Yeah, did she?
She said it was natural.
Said it's not her. Wasn't her choice. Wasn't her choice of colors.
She
for
said
a
the
child
curtains
to have.
match the drapes. Know what I'm saying?
What? No, that.
The curtains match the drapes.
Shannon.
What?
Stop it.
That's the saying, right?
No.
Okay. Curtains match the drapes.
Stop it. You can stop now.
Okay.
Oh God.
Well,
Shannon.
you started by talking about me crying, and I'm not.
You are. See.
So I'm going to start talking about the
hard.
curtains match the drapes.
You are horrible.
Drapes mean a roofing material, isn't it?
It's not. No.
And drapes. Drapes would be the side, and no, the drapes would be the top, and the curtains would be the side. So all of your hair matches.
Shannon, that's so not what that saying
Yeah,
means.
it is. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Not
Pretty
Shannon.
sure. So with Jane, do you think... No, I'm not going to go there. What? I don't know. I don't really know her.
I would hope not.
No, I don't. I think she's married again. She's been married twice, I think. Well, she was married and nobody knew until she was getting divorced that she'd been married in the first place. She kept it on the DL. So that's kind of cool.
DL.
Yeah.
Were the words too long for you to say?
It's the slang the kids are using these days. It means the down low.
Because they're really long words and it's hard to say them.
WY means, well, yeah. I'm going to start making up my own contractions.
It's not.
Yeah. And if you make up enough of them, they call them contraptions. Yeah.
Only if you're a moron.
Okay, so, all right, let's try this again.
Okay.
So, a movie that's a 1 is crap.
Yeah.
A movie that's a 5 is meh.
Movies that are 1, I turn off.
Movies that are 10s.
I think movies that are 3s, I turn off.
Movies that are 10s are like Inception. You agree Inception's a 10?
I don't know about a 10. We already talked about Inception today.
Yes. And it's a 10.
And you questioned us being married.
Because you didn't agree with me it's one of the greatest movies ever.
Right.
Which is wrong.
So
are we in agreement on this one or disagreement?
I don't think I would rate it as highly as you do.
Okay.
There wasn't any singing in it, so...
Jane Levy can sing. She can sing.
No,
I don't need to hear that woman sing to know she can sing. Her voice, she can sing. If Fergie can sing the national anthem, so can Jane Levy.
Oh, that was horrible.
At least she added...
Horrible.
You know, adding syllables to your national anthem is a bold decision.
No. It's... Have you heard the boys ask... They've asked several times. Why don't Americans sing along to their national anthem?
They can't.
We sing to O Canada. That's why.
They can't.
This right here is why Americans don't sing along.
I think it was impressive LeBron didn't crack up.
There were a few
because he wanted to.
Towards the end going,
he wanted to, but he didn't. That was pretty fun.
So bad.
See, they should have had Jane Levy. Jane Levy could have come in and sang it, and it would have been awesome.
I'm sure.
Jane, if you see this, I know you can sing. Just go ahead, sweetie. Just pick a nice musical, and you'll be a huge star. Huge star.
Not Mamma Mia, though.
I promise. No, not Mamma Mia. Like when they make like a remake of Grease. You can come in and do that.
Oh, that would be awful.
It's going to happen.
I hope not.
It's probably already in the works. Now, the interesting thing is, Don't Breathe, I heard at one point they were talking about doing a sequel to this movie.
I could see how they could make a sequel.
But it would be completely different.
Yes. Because the end is left open. Like, you could see the story. It didn't have a total close, this is how it ends.
Right.
So it could have a sequel, but I don't think they should.
Not to get into spoilers, but there's an issue with the cash that I could see in a sequel, the cash being an issue again. Where, oh, you've got this money. In order to keep said money, you're going to help me with this task.
Oh, see, I didn't even think of it from that way. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so.
Or the story that's told at the end, the authorities figure out that it's garbage and it's bunk.
Right, see?
And they start putting the pieces together.
That somebody could just call one of those unanimous tip lines. And
unanimous?
Unanimous.
Everybody's got a call. Sorry, only 14,005 people called about that crime today, and we needed 14,006.
Okay,
it's not unanimous. Call the unanimous crime line and make sure all your friends do too.
You're such a dork.
Hey, you started by talking about me crying. So, yeah, I'm going to be savage the rest of this. Screw it. Screw it.
See, now they get to see the real you.
Oh, I think they know.
I know.
Every now and then it shows up in the
I know.
comment section on my main channel.
Oh, I know. No, you're not like that.
Oh, I have my moments.
I know you do. But
where it's like, oh, wait,
I know.
oh, this is on now. It's on like Donkey Kong. Here we go. Gloves are off.
I know. But you're not ever like that with me, though, so that's
No,
not...
because you're awesome.
Well,
Like Jane Levy.
that's debatable.
You're my Jane
but
Levy.
I'm not sure how I should take that.
You're sort of like... You're the good part of Mia when she's not in the cellar.
I don't...
You're the good part of Rocky when she's not beating on a blind guy.
I know.
Yeah.
That's not... No.
Yeah. I think what I like with Don't Breathe too is that it sets up a narrative that seems simple and a setting that seems pretty simple, and then about halfway through it turns it on its ear, where you start going, wait a minute, oh, this is so much more than we thought it was.
Right.
And it's brilliant in the way that it does that.
Yeah.
So based on all that, you can't give it a 5.
I wouldn't give it a 5. It's a good movie. It's not really my type of movie.
No.
But it's a good movie.
Okay.
It's well done.
Yes.
There were a few parts that you know what's going to happen, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Fede Alvarez, I think, honestly, is an excellent director, and it's a shame that that his reboot of Evil Dead kind of got buried, and this movie had legs. It made a lot of money, but since then I haven't heard much about him or his projects or Jane Levy's, or I would assume she'll be like a leading woman for him, the way that Tarantino and Scorsese have certain actors and actresses they work with all the time.
Right.
So I would hope, because she's fantastic. Yeah, same idea, except better. Hey, Jane Levy doesn't wear those stupid costumes and do stupid voices. No, really, the Mad Hatter. They took it too far.
He's mad from all the mercury from hatting.
They took it too far. Johnny Depp at some point stopped being an actor and became a character of himself. And it's too bad, because Johnny Depp, the actor, is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He's no Jane Levy, but who is?
He's a lot cuter.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you on that one.
I know a lot of women that would agree with me.
I don't know how... See, and you say that, and yet I want to say, well, I know a lot of men that would disagree with me, but I don't know how attractive men find Jane Levy.
Right.
Because she's not your typical Hollywood actress.
Right.
And she's cute. But I don't know how many guys there are that would put her ahead of your bombshell types.
Right.
But I think she's... But see, for me, the thing with Jane Levy is you believe in the character she is, even though in this one, some of like the tattoos and stuff like that was a little bit forced. I didn't believe for a minute she had all those tattoos.
No.
Because you just see them on her forearm and then you never see them again.
Right.
It's like so that she rubbed them off, or they forgot between takes that she was supposed to have them there.
Right.
But she really makes you feel for her. And again, if you watch the show Suburgatory, you'd get it, because she's fun in that one too. Where her and her dad are moving to the suburbs, and they're really kind of rural in how they are. So they're with she's around these rich kids, and she doesn't fit in. So they kind of pick on her. She doesn't really fit in. I just keep waiting for her to go Mia and stab one of them in the face with a pencil, but it never happened. I always felt bad. And then a Halloween episode, I'm like, is she going to dress up like... Oh, no, she didn't. I was really hoping she'd wear like her Evil Dead outfit for one episode, where she had the red dress and she was kind of demon looking. I thought that would be a lot of fun, but they never did it. It's too bad. So, but she creates characters that you feel for them. You feel sympathy. Even in this movie where you kind of... I guess because she has a daughter, you feel that sympathy for her.
Right.
But she's still robbing an old blind guy. So it's limited how much you feel for her.
Right. But they set up her compared to the other characters. They set up her character a bit more because her mom is in it and her mom's boyfriend, and so you see how her home life is.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. And so it makes it seem a little bit more justified. Not that it makes it okay, but you understand why.
No. If you have an opportunity to rob an old blind guy, don't do it. He'll trap you in his house and you'll probably die. I'm just letting you guys know, don't do it. As tempting as it is to see blind people and say, I could probably rob that person right now, don't, because you'll probably die. Blind people are dangerous. She's still yawning.
I am.
And I don't understand why. It's not that late. I've still got to do the review video before I go to bed.
Well, I didn't get lots of sleep last night.
No, neither of us did. I was very angry this morning that I got woke up as early as I did, and then I couldn't get back to sleep. But, you know, such is life.
I don't remember what she woke us up for. Remember the kids, boys?
Oh, God, it was
she
something
woke
stupid.
us up to say something dumb. I was like,
Oh.
why are you waking me up?
Wasn't it
for
about
this?
food?
That's what was it about her Chinese New Year candy? Wasn't it?
Maybe.
That she had one and she didn't like it?
Yes.
And I don't why
Yes.
I don't
Yes,
care.
she had one of her candies and it wasn't good.
But
and she
mine
wanted to
not
wake you up
like
and tell you.
this kind of. Why are you waking me up
It
to
was
tell me
probably
that you don't like
shrimp
candy?
flavored or
No, it was fig. It was fig. It was
Fig flavored candy?
Yeah, it was fig flavored.
the hell kind of New Year is that?
Chinese candy.
Happy Fig Day?
They don't. Their candies aren't like apple and lemon.
No,
flavor.
they're not. They're not. I learned. I used to work with people who got their candy in Chinatown. I used to work with different
Yeah, some of
Koreans,
them are really good.
Vietnamese people, and they'd
I
give
really
me
like the
candies.
lychee ones.
And the funny thing is, they'd give me a candy, like, oh, thank you so much. And I'd throw it in my pocket, and I'd wait till I got home to really look at it, smell
Yes.
it. And
Oh.
I don't know, because there were a couple times where I pop one in, and I'm like,
Oh, that's
this tastes like seafood.
a lot.
Why
of,
does this taste like seafood?
a lot of their stuff has seafood?
I
in it.
don't expect candy
The
to
other
taste like
thing
seafood.
Is sometimes there's hidden eggs and things. Yeah, my mom and I have found that out. Did you hear my mom when she was here and I asked her if there was anything that she wanted at Chinatown? And she was saying the no yolk. Because they have pastries, like the little moon cakes. They're really good. They have like the red bean in them. Sometimes they'll also have a whole egg inside of it.
Why?
And that's so not a fun surprise.
Oh, no.
So gross.
Like a raw egg?
No, it's cooked. Like hard, so then it's like
It's
a
a
hard-boiled
hard-boiled
egg
minus the shell.
inside. Yeah, inside of this pastry. That the pastry's really good, but if you cut it open, you're just like, oh, since I don't.
You know
like
what?
Eggs, eggs are nasty.
I think I had that at work.
Yeah, they.
I think
like
I had
their
it.
eggs
I think
and
I had
stuff.
it when I worked at Vantage. I think one of the Filipinos had a candy that was, or a pastry that was sort of like that.
Yeah,
Because it had a very
whole-
eggy texture in the middle.
Oh, it's not texture. It's an egg. You cut it open and that's an egg.
Okay, so it might have
So
been a
nasty.
version of that, but
Could be.
yeah, it was
That's not. Yeah.
weird. So okay,
One yolk or two
all right.
yolk?
So
No.
so you're being
No,
evasive.
no.
I've already given this a
Okay,
9.
Sorry.
What are you giving it?
I'm really bad at this whole.
She wants to do a
rating thing.
6, and I hold her
I
feet
don't
to the
think
fire.
I would give it a 6.
6.5,
No.
5 and 7 quarters.
7 quarters.
Yeah, that'd be
I
7.5.
was like that.
6.5.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
7 quarters. Dork.
Okay, so simplify, invert, and multiply. Come on, I've listened to you with the kids.
I was like, see, I know this because I check math schoolwork. I
So-
don't use the teacher book that tells me the answers.
7.
No, I'd probably give it an 8.
Holy crap! This is as close to agreeing as we've ever been. Good night, everybody. Really, you giving an 8?
True.
That's pretty darn close. In a review.
Okay, I was gonna say there are actually quite a few movies that we like. Like when you do your countdown, some of your obscure movies that before we even met, they were movies that we both were like, "This is a movie I really like." Oh, I really like that movie too. Seriously, you've heard of it? We
That's
have
true.
a few movies
That's
like
true.
that. So there
But
are.
see, we're not going to do reviews of that because we've both seen them and we both enjoy them. So
Yeah. So
maybe at some point we could do
there
that
are
kind of thing.
movies
But
that we agree on.
yeah,
There are quite a few movies we agree on, but there are a
like the
lot
Elm
of
Street
movies.
movies.
That's
We are in complete agreement
not-
on the Elm Street movies.
No, that's
Yeah.
not any of them.
Yeah, and there's proof on this
No.
channel of our agreement about the Elm Street movies.
Yeah.
So an 8 from her, a 9 from me. If you're ever, if you're on the fence about this movie and you've never seen it, there you go.
If you
It's-
like suspense movies
If you like being on the edge of your seat for about an hour and it does not relent,
and you don't mind turning away a little bit for a couple parts,
and
you
there's
can tell when they're coming.
yeah, there's moments where you're like, oh, don't do that.
You can tell when they're coming.
Oh no.
So there is one part that I don't exactly know what happened because I knew it was with the shears.
Oh, okay.
Like you kind of know afterwards because they go back to that room.
Well, see, and,
But I
and
don't
the way
know
they set it
exactly
up,
what happened because I did that.
the way they set it up with the shears,
Oh.
even the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, so that's the end of that then.
Okay.
And then when they went back to it, I went, oh, that's really smart. So I had no idea when I saw it in the theater. And I saw this in the theater, and I took my son because I'm a good parent that way.
Oh, Shannon.
That's okay. I mean, the first
You're
time I
not
saw it, I was
taking-
doing this a lot of the movie, too. I was really like, oh, why are they... Oh, God, the lights are out. Oh, no. Oh, no, don't go that way. Don't go... Except,
Oh.
I'm saying out loud in the theater, Sweetie, don't go that way. Sweetie, no. 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 This isn't how it ends. No. Because I get attached to certain
I know.
actresses.
I know you do. Yeah.
And for whatever reason, she is somebody that I get attached to.
Mm-hmm.
She's very... Even in Evil Dead, when she's evil and she's spitting on people and she's giggling in the cellar and cutting her tongue in half, I'm still like, you know what? But she's still really cute.
Right.
Yeah, she cut her tongue in half and she's trying to kill people, but isn't she cute, though? You know? Yeah.
See, stuff like that. I don't know how in the world he ended up with me, Shannon.
Well, because I still prefer women that don't have their tongues cut in half. So you don't. So that's good.
I don't. Oh,
That's a
okay.
benefit.
Bonus points for me.
And Jane in real life, I don't think she does, but I've never checked. So if she's watching, she's not watching. But if she was watching, you know.
She could show you her tongue.
No, we could talk.
What he's saying.
We could talk.
And you say, "Hey, can I see your tongue? I
We could-
really want to see your tongue."
We could have a discussion about life and
Right.
acting and Hollywood and how
Yeah.
she got there, and we could have this really nice discussion, just the two of us.
I'm sure.
And you know,
Sure, you'd really like that.
it'd be
Just the two of you.
it'd be a fun discussion
I'm sure it would
about acting in Hollywood.
be. Right, that's what it'd be
So,
about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Of course, that's what it'd be about.
My mind's in the gutter.
I have the utmost respect for you, Miss Levy. If you're watching this,
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of fantastic at your job, and your characters are heartfelt and real, and I appreciate that about you. Yeah, I went full Squirrely Dan with it.
Heartfelt and real, like when she's a demon and
Well, no, see, that's just
Real.
a side of her.
the demon side of her.
Women
You know, I was
have
like,
that
we
side.
all women have that demon side. Just some just make it more visible than others. Others are better at making it.
What woman hasn't
more
wanted to
secretive.
puke down somebody else's throat? I mean, really. I mean, come on. And what man hasn't wanted to for the sake of saying it? What man hasn't wanted to at some point in time?
Who? Oh, Shannon.
You're so innocent, so sheltered,
Oh, Shannon.
so sheltered. Well, that happens. That
gross.
happens in Evil Dead.
I tried and block it out
Why?
because that movie was disturbing.
It's glorious.
No,
Yes, it is.
no,
It's a happy story.
no, wasn't.
It's about a happy girl that gets a chainsaw
That
for
was
an
the
arm.
one with the book in it, wasn't it?
Book of the Dead.
Okay.
Yeah, the Book of the Dead is in the originals, too.
And I remember being a
We still have not watched Evil Dead 2 yet.
No.
But
because I said we need to watch that during the day.
And we haven't been without kids since. So tell me if she set that up or not. Because I can't watch that one with the kids. No. So, I think it was a setup.
No, it wasn't. Because we actually had a day, but you ended up watching something else. I don't remember. You decided to watch something else instead.
Yeah. Well.
And then it was late, and then it was time to watch hockey.
Right. Right. All right. Well, we'll make a date for that soon, and we'll do that
in our spare time.
Right.
Why are you patting me?
Absolutely. I'm not. You just think I did. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. 9 from me, 8 from her. Fantastic movie. And Miss Levy, if you're watching, we can
discuss your
talk.
Tongue later.
We can you know, I could always do a podcast and interview her on it.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, I could go from Deads to her. And I'm very glad to hear as well that a patron, and I've got Patreon on my other channel, but from this one of my patrons discovered the Deads, bought 3 of their CDs, and didn't he say he got the poster too?
Shirt.
The shirt too. So there you go. I'm converting friends to fans of that band, and fans of mine to friends of that band. And now let's convert people to fans of Don't Breathe. So watch it if you haven't seen it yet, because it's amazing. I'd almost compare it to Get Out for its tension. Except it's tension for longer than Get Out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get Out, it's about
More
20
so.
minutes, and this one, it's about an hour.
Yeah, more so.
So, there you go. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.